Best Friends operates many programs designed to help us help each other, and one is the National Mentorship Program. Find out more about this free program for eligible shelters in today's Saving America's Pets. I'm Holly Sizemore, and this lovely lady is Rose, our beautiful co-host. Last week, we discussed the Prince and Paws Shelter Collaborative Program, in which a shelter that has already achieved a 90% benchmark save rate can help another shelter to help them increase their own save rate. Today, we have Kimberly Elman, manager of the Best Friends National Mentorship Program, to tell us about how shelters can take advantage of our mentorship program here at Best Friends. Welcome, Kimberly. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Holly. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to talk about the National Mentorship Program because you know I'm a huge fan. So just tell us, what is it about?
Well, actually, you are a huge fan. And if memory serves me correctly, it was your brainchild that generated the mentorship programming concept. So thank you. So basically, our national mentorship programming focuses on creating or further building upon one specific life-saving program within the sheltering world versus focusing on improving your overall operations at the shelter. So for example, if you have a foster program, and many shelters right now are looking for more foster families, we can help you with something as specific as recruitment or just building a program from the ground up for foster programming.
Why do you focus on these very specific sort of like smaller programmatic buckets?
Because change is really hard, particularly in animal welfare. And when you're running a shelter with daily operations and you're short staffed and you don't necessarily have enough hands to get the job done, either through paid staff or volunteers, focusing on making incremental improvements to one particular area of life saving is more sustainable in the long run.
Why would a shelter want to participate in this program?
That's a great question, Holly. Basically, you would want to participate because we are pairing you with an industry subject matter expert on that topic for the low cost of free. And where can you find free consulting anywhere in this world today, much less anything free? They're going to help you address current challenges with that programming, suggest proven strategies, and serve as a resource in between the mentoring calls. They're also going to help customize that programming to meet you where you're at so you can scale up and be sustainable, and give you templates of resources that, again, you can customize for your shelter so you're not having to recreate, for example, a volunteer handbook or an SOP for managed intake. We're going to give you those things that you can edit for your own shelter. It's going to save you time to save more lives, and it's certainly going to take the burden off of staff of having additional work.
That sounds great. What does the shelter have to contribute?
Not a whole lot, believe it or not. All we're asking is for, once we pair the shelter with a subject matter expert, we're asking them to commit to doing calls. And those calls, again, are customized to their needs. Maybe they only need 1 or 2 calls with a mentor. Maybe they need a couple of calls a month, Holly, over the next 2 or 3 months. Maybe we need to do monthly calls for 6 months. Again, the conversation happens up front with the shelter mentees, so everyone understands the expectations. So it's just basically showing up for those calls and then customizing the resources that are provided and having someone in the shelter take the lead of being responsible for sustaining that life-saving programming once the mentor exits. So for example, if you don't have a volunteer coordinator, but you're trying to build a more robust volunteer program, having someone in the shelter that is identified and agreed to take on that task, and having leadership communicate that to staff, that this is going to be a priority for all of us to build our volunteer programming. So basically a lead, showing up for things, and having leadership buy-in.
Give me a couple of success stories.
Since the inception of our mentorship program, we have helped shelters across the country, both municipal and private shelters, complete more than 150 mentorships on various life-saving programs. I always send out a feedback survey to the mentors, it's anonymous, and the mentees after that mentorship has ended. And some of the feedback we've received from shelter mentees are things like, I have come away from the program with so many more ideas on how to grow and sustain our feline foster program. I love all the resources and how engaged our mentor was. We've chatted through challenges and identified ways to work through them. and they're always there as a resource in between calls when needed. I take a look at the feedback on a monthly basis, and I can tell you that on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most successful, we've never ranked lower than a 4 from our shelter
Wow.
mentees on a program. Yep, on any mentorship. And we've always had positive feedback to how engaged and involved the mentors were and how easy we made it for the shelter mentees to participate and scale up.
How do shelters find out more information or sign up?
I would suggest they first start with their regional specialist, whoever they're working with within their city, state, or county at Best Friends, and discuss the mentorship programming with them and what specific life saving topics they'd like help with. And then the regional team can contact me directly. If you don't know who your regional specialist or regional team is for your area, then you're welcome to email me at team2025@bestfriends.org, and I'll be sure to pair you up with your regional team so that we can start this conversation.
What are the most popular mentorships?
Well, we can mentor Holly on any topic at all, but right now, the most popular mentorship requested is foster mentorships for sure. And then after that, I would say volunteer programming and anything in animal care behavior, be it canine or feline behavior handling and enrichment. But again, we can look at community cats. We can look at cat life saving in general, development, general operations, anything in field services, or even marketing, communications, open adoptions, as well as leadership and culture. If you're a new shelter leader and you're wanting to change your culture or get some advice from an experienced leader, we can help with that too.
Wow, impressive.
Thank you. We try.
If you are a shelter in need of targeted mentoring, then please shoot Kimberly an email. That address is in the description below. As we mentioned, it's free because here at Best Friends, we really do want to save them all.